Hey y'all, welcome back to P Square Sips&Convo with Pamela Guillory Lee and
Paulette Afro Angel Abby Nomo.
and today we're going to talk about the controversial June 24th decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, which we all know is the 1973 Supreme Court decision to allow legal abortions.
Yes, and this is a huge shocker because this is a 50-year-old act or right for women's rights. And it's shocking because now it's 2022 and it's been overturned. And who would have thought in this day and age like something of this demeanor would happen? So we're going to just give you all our thoughts and opinions about it and discuss it amongst your friends, your girlfriends, and some of your homeboys and ask them how they feel about the situation. Because it's definitely a topic that needs to be discussed amongst your peers. So we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. So what's your stance?
My stance, and I could go on and on and on. I'm a big believer in minding your own business. I have my own personal views about it, and for personal reasons, but I feel like that doesn't matter. I feel like it should be a woman's right to do whatever she feels that's best for her. Now, there might be people's opinions spiritually, in the religious aspect, personal reasons, and things of that nature. And I feel like everything should be a case-by-case scenario. But to sit there and for them to push out a right that we had for so long, and now this is going to start a trickling effect. And I feel like it's not just an attack on women. It's a trickle effect of a certain type of control that you're trying to do in the U.S. And we'll dig deeper into that because this is going to start a trickling effect, unfortunately.
Well, it does, people say it will, turn into like more so race relations as far as like a trickling effect to like Brown versus the Board of Education, because when Reagan ran for president, decisions were made based on the abortion because they were saying that the legal abortion took precedence over segregation for Ronald Reagan, and that's how it came. It was more of a bigger issue. That's how it became more prominent versus a medical decision versus political. It became more politicized, is what I'm trying to say, when Reagan ran for office. Because my personal opinion on it is, I don't care. If a woman, that's her rights for her to get an abortion. If you choose pro-life, you choose pro-life. If you choose pro-choice, you choose pro-choice. Who am I to condemn or judge anybody for the decisions that they make for themselves and their bodies and their health? So I really don't care. But as it affects the youth, I feel like, or women period, I just feel like that women should have the right to choose what they want to do.
My whole thing is like, what's the back end of this ridiculous agenda? Like, that's why I feel like it's an agenda. Like, it has, I feel like, and not to diminish women's rights, it is attacking women's rights. Yes. But I feel like there's a huge, bigger agenda that, maybe a few of us are acknowledging. And it's...
we can talk about the decrease in births.
There's definitely been a huge decrease in births. You can Google it. It's been a huge decrease because now women have the option whether they want to keep the child or not. Infertility issues and a lot of other factors. But okay, if
there's also a decrease in white births,
right? And I feel like somehow race does play a little bit part in this whole situation because number one, Black women. We all know this across the board. When we do give birth, we have the most complications. And our healthcare, unfortunately, is not up to par when it comes to women giving birth in the hospitals. They're the least looked after, especially when they say they're crying in pain. I think, oh God, was it Venus or Serena Williams? Serena Williams. She was talking about how she was having, this is a celebrity now, okay?
And the doctors aren't listening.
Yeah, she was in, like really, really bad pain. Like, she saw her life flash before her eyes, and they kind of ignored the fact that she was in this huge pain. This is a Black celebrity, but someone that has money. But when it comes to your health, I feel like in this country, they don't care about how much money that you have. When it comes to Black women's health, we're the last looked after. So this is definitely going to play a huge role, especially with women of color. And since we are here, we're women of color, we can discuss this. How it's going to affect us in a major way is if we're forced to have these births. So let's say, what they call it? The birth where you're pregnant in your fallopian tubes.
Ectopic.
Pregnancy. There's a lot of women, there are cases where women lives are in jeopardy if they have those type of pregnancies. So if she forced to have the baby, once this goes through, and this is going to go through, I think we have like 30 days left. So that's going to be her only option.
So no matter what, it doesn't matter if the woman's life is in jeopardy. If she brings this baby full term, then the abortion is still illegal.
Right.
So there's no choosing.
There's no choosing. She's going to be forced to have a baby that she probably will lose her life over. And I feel like this government, they know that. They know when it comes to births, black women are the ones who are most in jeopardy. And do you feel like it's an attack racially on us, or is it more deeper than that?
I don't think it's me personally. I don't think it's an attack on black women. I think it's an attack on all women.
It's going to affect us. It's going to
affect us more, but I don't think they. I don't know what they did, but I just think it's an attack on women. Period.
Yeah.
In us losing our rights to choose.
Right. And like, what else are they going to overturn?
We're not going to be able to vote. We're not going to be able to drive cars. We're not going to be able to work.
Man, we finna pick cotton, bro.
I don't mind not working. But yeah. But it's going to be a lot of things. Like you said, it's going to be a trickle effect.
Yeah. So, a huge trickle effect. So we're women of color. So I guess, this is going to be personal towards us, And yeah, I don't think it's strictly mainly based off of race, but it is going to affect us from a racial perspective because black women in big numbers are having issues during these childbirths. Yeah. So what is their option? And then you have the other people who are non-melanated. They're not having these big issues like we are. I'm not saying that white women don't suffer from childbirth. We're not saying that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they know. Yeah. They know the issues that we have. So it's like, is this like some type of game that's being played because they know that it's going to trickle down to the people who are less unfortunate, low-income families, for that matter? Not just blacks, but just people low income. Like, they're going to have to travel from a state that doesn't approve of abortions. And gas is high. And flying might not be an option. You might miss your flight.
I think, is it Dick's Sports? Or was it... Mm-hmm. Was it Dick's Sports? It was one of those companies that said that if their employee... I think they had to have insurance with the company... That was a caveat, but their employee wanted to have an abortion, that they would pay for them to travel.
Yeah, and there's some other companies they're thinking about actually being an advocate for women who want to go ahead and get these abortions. Mm-hmm. But then there's going to be some situations in some places where they may not have that opportunity. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at us really going backwards. People gonna start doing at-home abortions. Yeah, that's already gonna happen.
Yeah, there's gonna be a hike in people that are dropping off babies at fire stations and police stations. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a hike in people having deliveries at home and unfortunately getting rid of the baby. Yeah, Brenda's.
Got a baby.
There's gonna be a hike in children in foster care and in adoption. But that's the thing. These women and men that are picketing and protesting and marching for pro-life, they're not adopting these kids and getting these kids out of foster care and everything else. It's like, okay, yeah, you want the baby to be born, but once this baby is born, then what?
Right.
So...
Because these people that are making decisions, you're not the one carrying these babies. And it's easy for you as a man. And I'm not trying to marginalize men and say that they're not taking care of their responsibilities. Right. I'm not saying
but it's easy to make decisions that don't affect you. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some Republicans. You got some Keisha or Laquita pregnant. But
it don't even have to be a Keisha or Laquita shit.
I'm sorry. Trust me. It could be a Becky. They got Laquita pregnant.
But I mean, and they be the first ones. So what you gonna do?
Right. Because I feel like if they're going to make stricter laws that's going to affect women, then we need to start looking into preventative care.
Yes.
And I think preventative care needs to start from the male.
Yeah.
Vasectomies definitely need to be a must. Something to definitely look into as a man, since because our men. I'm not stating that all men are not going to come in and take their responsibilities as a father. There are plenty of people that do that. But what of those situations where, okay, I'm pregnant? Well, what's the dude off of Wayne said when the girl said, oh, "The baby is yours," and he was like,
Leon.
He said,
what was his name?
The way he backed up, he said,
what's his name?
Well, what did Leon do one of these to you? Okay, and he out the door.
Yeah.
So what is he?
Where's the
supposed to
accountability? So
Right.
I mean, the woman has to give birth to the baby, but where are the men held accountable?
Well, they have child support.
Yeah. So somebody raised up mandatory paternity tests before a man signs the birth certificate. What you think about that?
You need to sign it. You need to sign it.
So you think that at birth, a man, before he puts his name on the birth certificate, shall paternity test?
I think this will make things fair because, okay, I have heard situations. Well, actually,
If he's there.
That's if he's present. But in the state of Texas, here's the thing, and a lot of men have been attacked this way. If, let's just say, for instance, a woman is pregnant, the baby father's not present, but then she got a new man in her life, and let's say he decides, hey, I want to start taking responsibility for that child. And let's just say the situation doesn't work out. By law, that man who may not be the actual father of that child is responsible for the financial status for that child in some cases. And I heard in the state of Texas, they don't care if you're the father or not. You are responsible for that child. So I think paternity test is to make things fair. And so we won't have another whirlwind of effects, about what's fair or what's not fair. I think there should be a mandatory paternity test.
I think for child support, but not necessarily at birth to sign the birth certificate. So I mean,
if he's not present, he's not present.
If he's not present, he's not present. And even if he is present at birth, a paternity test, I don't know. But child support, if a woman is filing child support and she wants,
should we all be present for these pregnancies?
we got no choice.
So make him be present to sign the birth certificate.
But I
be told if I was president, every male in this great God-given country of the United States, you will sign it. And if you don't sign it, you have a warrant for your arrest.
She said, if you assume you got a girl pregnant, you got a warrant for your arrest.
If you smell that is your child, sign it.
Yes,
because it's done. I feel.
But back to Roe versus Wade, I really do think that it takes us back, and it gives it takes away our civil liberties and our rights.
It definitely does. But what is this going to do as? Okay, so the argument is within the Democratic and Republican Party and just us in general as people, right? You have your left wing, you have your right wing, Democrat, Republican, Christian, non-Christian, whatever. The argument is pro-choice. What is considered a baby?
Right.
Is it after 1 week? Is it 2 months? Is it 3 or 4 months? Is it at
conception?
Right.
Is it at the heartbeat? So, me personally, I can't judge anybody for having an abortion at any time of the pregnancy. Do I feel like sometimes it's too late? Yes. But who am I to judge at what month is too late for somebody to have an abortion? But me personally, I agree with the heartbeat. When do they have a heartbeat?
Right. I feel like once that child is conceived like that, this is my opinion. I'm not trying to force my opinion on anybody else, but I feel like once that egg meets that sperm and goes through gas station and all that, I feel like that's when life begins. But the decision, if you want to have that baby or not, whether it's due to incest, rape, it might be different situations. Who are we to judge what that person's reasons is to terminate that pregnancy?
Even if it's just you just don't want another baby. Like, I am not there to judge. I don't care.
Right. But then at what point? Okay, so we're talking about where does life begin? So if that's the case, because abortion is to terminate a pregnancy, right? And then some argue that once the penis is inside the vagina, that's when life begins. So we're gonna start taking away condoms and birth control Plan Bs because they're already
limiting Plan Bs.
Yeah, you can't be stocking up 10 at a time. No, I know some of y'all was tempted the other day when they
but
let me get 10. 10
what about
Plan Bs, please?
What about birth control? Is that on the table?
And it might be something that they're going to look at. Okay, so we did some research earlier, and we found out that
the Griswold versus Connecticut case.
Yes. Now, due to privacy laws for married couples only, it was their business of what they want to do with a pregnancy, right? But then you have some.
But it had something to do with contraception.
Of if they want to use condoms, birth control, and things of that matter. But this is for married couples.
Yeah.
Now you have same-sex couples. Mm-hmm. Or we're now going to look into those situations and be like, okay, what's legal and what's legal depending on what type of relationship.
But then what was the court case that came years later after that opened it up?
That protected, right?
It opened it up to everybody, not just married couples.
Right, so it protects anybody no matter what type of... Right, to use contraceptives to protect yourself from these pregnancies. So, or is what are the Republicans now going to turn things around when it comes to same-sex and interracial marriages?
It's a trickling effect, like you said.
Right, and so those are things that we need to look at, and that's why, and not to wrap up what we're discussing, that's why I feel that we need to start stressing when and how to vote.
Yeah,
when it's because I feel like if you're
because this is
the party,
a huge political agenda.
It is a huge political agenda.
It is. So
and I feel like as Democrats, we dropped the ball.
Yeah,
we really dropped it. Like we think that when somebody's running for president, oh, this is when we're going to go ahead and start going to the voting booths. No, all this stuff is at lower level. You have to start at your lower level. You have to. Because now it's
but
this
a
is
lot of
people
aren't
situation.
Yes, and a lot of people aren't educated. That's why it's so important to know your rights and know your right to vote and vote at the local levels.
Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, all right, I know I'm not gonna be picking cotton. You better chop my foot off like Kunta Kinte. Right. I ain't picking nobody's cotton.
No.
My last name Abby Numbers. I already know what they're gonna do. They're going to shimmy back to my accent will change so fast. American who? Baby, I'm from Nigeria, please. I was born in Lagos, Nashville, Tennessee, nothing. I ain't picking cotton. Just like the rest of y'all, I ain't doing it.
So where did we go from here?
We need a vote. We need a vote, period. And I think, honestly, I'm not a big person on telling one what to do. But when you see a shark coming, I feel like we got into this whole culture where, we do want to just mind our own business. But when is it okay to mind our own business? And when is it okay to, hey, let's start guiding people to start making the right decisions.
Yeah.
And hey, if your decision is, I want to go ahead and just open my legs wide like a.
We need to talk about preventative care.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what you decide you want to do, okay, what preventative measures are you doing to protect yourself? Because I feel like now we're in a generation where we're just doing things all willy-nilly, and then bam, when something like this hits, we want to complain that something hurts.
Yeah.
How about we stop the pain before it starts?
Yeah.
So where is the preventive care when it comes to that? You want to go ahead and have sex the way that you want to, that's fine, but let's talk about preventative care. Like, what are we doing to where we don't have to be in these situations to make these decisions?
Using condoms, birth control. I really do wonder if the sale of condoms has have gone up, or if it stayed the same.
It's gonna be like gas.
yeah, condoms about to triple in price.
Look, he'll close the counter.
Damn.
That'll be $25.95, sir. He gonna be like, Leon.
You on the pill, right?
You on the pill, right?
My pull-out method is immaculate.
It's immaculate, bro. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
But I really do. I do wonder if the sale of condoms, was there a significant spike in the sale of condoms?
Some of us don't know.
I wonder.
Well,
after that, because if it was not. Because if it was not, then that's a problem. If there was not a significant, if there was a significant spike in Plan B purchases and not in condoms, there's a problem. That's a huge problem.
It's kind of
although condoms break. I mean, you can still
it's kind
get
of
pregnant.
sexist in a way. Y'all increase birth control and any type of preventative care when it comes to women.
Yeah, of course,
When it comes to Viagra for y'all,
but then it's restricted. So too,
right.
I will spike up and then it's restricted. Mm-hmm. But I really do wonder, Can somebody answer that question? I do wonder if like men ran out and got condoms. I mean, and women can carry condoms too. But
I don't check. No.
Was there a spike in the sale of condoms?
Probably not. I feel like when it comes to like price increase, it hits women more than men. Cause they.
Well, I'm just saying,
I heard it stay the same.
In the number of sales, period. If more people were going out buying condoms, not about the price.
Well, what you heard in the streets?
I haven't heard anything.
I talked to the streets, baby.
What they say? What are the streets?
Baby, condoms.
Oh God, that's
man. They look. Let me tell y'all something. I talk to people, right?
That's sad, though. That's really, really sad that people just always.
So, okay, so when it comes to HIV, when's the last time you ever heard a campaign talking about check your status?
They used to. And then wasn't June 27th? I don't ever hear about National AIDS Day. Granted, I don't watch TV a lot either. I kind of watch like streaming, and then more so like straight to Hulu or straight to Netflix.
Well, maybe these streaming companies need to start taking responsibility and start having more, because they're starting to show ads now in the streaming shows that are coming out. So maybe they need to start doing more campaigns on that.
Because I used to hear about that they did have a know your status campaign.
Know your status day.
But that was a long time ago, and I want to say June 27th, which we celebrate out here for other reasons. But I want to say June 27th was National AIDS Day.
But they don't talk about it. That's the thing. Like, and here's the thing. Now, HIV is no longer a distance now.
Right.
Especially with technology and these new pills.
Yeah, on June 27th, we observe National HIV Testing Day. But I don't even hear about that. Like,
they don't talk about it.
Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
Because now you can live with HIV. Nobody's really... I'm not saying people out there don't get AIDS. Like, as long as you are taking your meds and doing what you're supposed to do, it's like almost non-detectable at this point. With these new drugs that are coming out, which I'm glad that we're progressing to where we're at the place where we are controlling HIV better now. However, there's STDs that are out there that you can't get rid of. They're topical STDs like herpes, genital warts, and things of that nature. So, if this comes down to a trickling effect to like the price of condoms and things of that nature, like this is just gonna start a whole whirlwind of big issues. And the thing is, our American healthcare is not up to par for the things that are about to come. It's already jacked up. So,
somebody said, hell, they want all these babies to come into this world, or they're controlling women's right to have babies, but we can't even manufacture enough milk to feed the babies. Mm-hmm. So
the milk, the hospital care is ridiculous. Because I heard they want to do people like a freaking hotel room by the rate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pay all this money just... Because I heard they kicking people out.
Back in the day, I remember women staying in the hospital for about a week.
Now they're like, years. They'll be like, no, you done? You good?
Even, like...
You got to get out.
Maya was born 18 years ago, and I think I stayed in the hospital 2 days. And that was because I had complications. And I stayed in the hospital 2 days. So... Now I can only imagine if it's outpatient. Schedule your birth.
And you're going to start doing outpatient. You know?
And you gone, So, so I can only imagine. And I think maybe I stayed in the hospital 3 days because I did have complications. But I think it's like 2 days. They were like in the hospital for a week.
Yeah, back in the day, you would be in the hospital for like at least a week. And if there's any issues with the baby, probably more than that. But now, they... Like
and then, even if there's issues with the baby, the mama gone. The baby stay in the hospital.
Yeah, true.
But the mama out.
And with COVID, that also plays a part into it too. But it's like, okay, what are we doing in America with our healthcare system? If these because now America, you have a huge responsibility for these new babies that you are forced for us to have. Okay, that's fine.
There's gonna be
pregnancies. What are y'all gonna do about it? Government, what are you gonna do?
They don't know.
You don't know. You don't care,
right?
This is
because it's not their problem at that point. The baby's here. It's not their problem.
This is a party political agenda.
Yeah,
that's all it is. So it's like, do y'all really care about the rights of women, women's health, black women's health? Do y'all care? I don't. But Democratic Party, I have a problem with you too. What is your solution to all this? Oh, just go out and vote. Biden looking all tired and stuff. Sir, are you whispering? Is it? Give him some milk because he about to pass out. Sir, y'all need to. President Biden was very upset and he gonna come up there all the time. Did he just close his eyes for a minute? So you better wake up. He come up there tomorrow. Oh, I'm very upset. So, even your own self, your 2 thighs even have a solution. Now you're going and vote. What are y'all doing?
Yes. What are y'all doing? Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Get him some milk.
Get him some coffee.
We don't have any milk.
Do a line or something. Shoot, I mean, and President Biden was like, I was watching the news because I work at the salon. One thing about us as stylists, we stay on top of our political news. That's what we do because that's what we talk about, right? Turn on the TV and then here go Biden. President Biden today gave a speech and he was very upset. He come up there tomorrow. Sir, it looks like he's about to fall asleep. You don't look that upset. Then he got his wife over here doing speeches. And thank God for Lady Biden. At least she has the energy to interject and step. Like, she's going out and she's speaking her piece about it. Now let's talk about Roe versus Wade and the government and their responsibilities. Kamala, whatever your name is, you taking it too easy.
Yeah, I haven't really seen her in the news at all. Have you? I honestly, I haven't seen her.
Has anybody seen her? if y'all know where she is, inbox P-Square Sips&Convo. Hit us at our email. Because we don't know where Kamala's at. Kamala probably back this while Biden doing this. She's probably doing the same thing. Asleep. Democratic Party, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
What I honestly, I'm very unclear on what the Democratic Party feels personally about. I haven't really heard anything. Mm-hmm. All I hear is that y'all need to go out and vote. Mm-hmm. It's the reason why things didn't go through is because there's more Republicans in there. What the Democratic Party, y'all so quick to talk about what the Republicans are doing. Let me tell you something. The Republican Party is very proactive. They're active. When they want something executed, they get it done. Yeah. Democratic Party, they'll wait till I got shot. Now, what we're going to do to remedy this shot? They wide open bullets and don't kill. I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, all I hear is, y'all need to go out and vote. And you'll be falling asleep while you tell me.
What protocols, procedures are in place to remedy this overturn? What are y'all going to come back with for the overturn of Roe versus Wade?
Right, because y'all, this government really is funny. This is, I'm not making light of the situation. This is very comical. Republican, you're not big on big government. However, you just made a big government decision. And the Democratic Party wants to step back. We don't want to talk about preventative care. We just want to stay out of it. Mm-hmm. But ain't that the opposite of what y'all, girl? I want to sleep too, bro.
I know, I'm getting sleepy.
Well, go ahead and finish the podcast because of this whole situation. I'm tired myself.
It is tiring. And then we have a government, especially in Texas, that's more worried about women giving birth versus protecting the children we already have here on this earth. That's what pisses me off about our Texas government. Like, you're so dismissive to the root of the issue of mass shootings, the root problem of mass shootings, but you are so vocal about women that you don't even know giving birth.
Hello?
So,
Make that make sense.
yeah, that doesn't make sense to me at all. So, I'm pretty sick of our governor. But anyway.
Yeah. Hot Wheels. Ooh. It's time for you to roll out. I don't care if you roll to that ocean. I don't care if you roll out the cliff. It's time
it is. It's time for him to go.
Baby, if he's governor again, he's about to, especially with this new abortion law, he gonna show his naked behind.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna show his naked behind, like, for real.
So,
like, it's I don't know. Government, we're P Squares and Sips&Convo wants to ask our government, Democrat or Republican. And put your opinions in the comments, please. Be polite, because, we all have difference of opinion. Even we have difference of opinion.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm. But we're still going to respect each other's opinions.
Because our opinions vast, they're very different.
Right. Now, we both agree. We believe in people minding their own business.
Yeah.
However, I feel on a personal level, like, at a certain, I guess, age or the term of the pregnancy, I don't think abortion should be done. In my personal opinion, I feel like that is a fully formed baby, but,
It's my personal opinion, too. However, if that's what the woman wants to do, that's what she wants to do. If I don't have to agree with her aborting a 7-month-old pregnancy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to agree with that. I don't have to understand that, but I have to respect that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have to respect it either, now that I'm thinking about it. But it's not my business. It's just really not my business. If that's what that woman chooses to do, then that's what she chooses to do. Yeah. And that's the stance that I take. That's the stance that I take. It's just not my business.
Yeah, because I be hearing, again, you talk to people and they tell you about, because either way, it's still damaging, right? Mm-hmm. Again, it's that person's business, their experience that they go through, and it's damaging whether they abort the baby or not. Mm-hmm. There's people who got abortions, and to this day, they have nightmares of their dead baby. Mm-hmm. You hear stories like that all the time.
Or they can't have children after they've had the abortion.
Yeah. So, I think for people to be judgmental, and this is coming from Peace, Sips and Convos, be careful with your judgment, because it's... talk to people. I think that's one thing.
And if you haven't walked in that person's shoes, you cannot judge.
Don't judge, because you don't know mentally that woman's state when it comes to these issues. Yeah, you don't. Abortions are not easy. You have dreams. You have and that's not everybody though. Yeah, 2 people can have an abortion. One person can be like, I had an abortion and don't think nothing about it, and another person can have an abortion and it's very traumatizing. They have to get mental help because it was very a traumatizing experience. Mm-hmm. People are individuals. People deal with things differently. But to make take away a right that groups all women into one,
right? And it's not a case by case scenario or situation.
It's sickening.
It is sickening.
Yeah, it's sickening. So again, discuss this with your friends. Discuss this with your peers. If you want to make comments, we do encourage you to do so. But please be respectable, please, or she'll be deleted and blocked. But have these discussions, and
I'm sure people are having the discussions. Have them with us.
Yeah, have them with us. We want to know what's your thoughts about this situation, because this is very disturbing. Like, it was very shocking. I'm at work now hearing this, and I'm like, what the?
It was. But it came back to the agenda in 2010, but it was hush hush.
Like I said, Republicans are very proactive.
Yeah, so in 2010 this was pushed. It's always been on the table, but in 2010 it became a bigger push for them to overturn Roe versus Wade, and here we are in 2022, and it
manifested itself.
Yes, it did.
Can you blame them?
Yeah,
clap for yourselves, Republican, because what y'all did was strategic, and y'all were consistent. Mm-hmm. And now look, now we have a 50-year-old right taken away. Mm-hmm. Because there were other things that came into play, starting from Reagan, trickling down all the way down to now. Because we had other issues. You had 9/11. Mm-hmm. You had what's his name, Clinton, and his fiascos with Monica Lewinsky. We definitely got blindsided by that. I'm sure we talked about abortion while he was running, but we heard about Monica. We was like, abortion what? Give us the TV bill. Monica did what? Distractions. America, we are distracted. Yeah. So let's stop the distractions and let's focus on how we can make things fair across the board for everybody. Because it's not just white men living in this country. It's not just black men living in this country. It's not white women, black men. We're all here together.
Mm-hmm.
How can we make better decisions to where we can all be in this country peacefully and not take away people's rights and feel like they're bombarded by the government?
Mm-hmm. And rights that, how does... this is what I don't and I won't understand. Work where a woman can have an abortion and it personally affects somebody so much that they're outside picketing and marching and protest. Like, that's just what I don't understand. And it is a fact of minding your damn business. Mind your business.
Because I'm serious. I find the passage in the Bible where Jesus said He's gonna give you a front row seat in heaven because you judge somebody for a decision that was based off of them.
Bringing the Bible, I mean, there was, let me not quote the Bible because I will misquote it, but there is something in the Bible with if women stepped out on their marriage, that she was forced to miscarry. That's an abortion.
Yeah, that's it. You know? Like, when it comes to religion and when it comes to moral standards, people pick and choose stuff in the Bible to make other people feel a certain way. But thank God for this new generation. Because this new generation, they're not having it. They not. They want to know where you getting your scriptures from. They want to know what is it based off of. You better have your facts ready for this next generation. Because it's these old generational people that's making these stupid, old school caveman decisions. But your day is coming. Because this new generation, baby, y'all about to have the fight of your life. Just wait till they get older. Because most of y'all going to be dying off soon. So you're going to start a fight with these young generation. They had nothing to lose. They don't care.
And they're more liberal. The younger kids that's coming up are more liberal. They'll make more liberal decisions. Not saying that being liberal is right. That's not what I'm saying. But being liberal people are more open-minded. Yeah. So they'll make more open-minded decisions when it comes to the nation versus these. That's why I don't agree with life terms for Supreme Court justices. I do not agree because they're making these decisions based on their own biasness and judgments of how they grew up and how they were groomed 50, 60, 70 years ago to a society that has grown
way more progressive.
It's very progressive.
Your birthday was 1903.
Yes.
And you're over here trying to decide.
I don't agree with life term terms for the Supreme Court justices. I really don't.
Yeah, they need to do away with that. Yeah. Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they're making decisions based on how they grew up, what they were groomed, and what, the things that were going on back in their day, not based that's not necessarily going on today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my attention. But we're going to go. Thank you for joining in with P Square Sips&Convo with Pamela Guillory Lee and
Colette Afro Angel Abinello.
And please like, subscribe, comments, and all that good jazz. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.